Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Libby. This is Julian. Together we are BoxedMeeples, and this Favourite Game Friday, we are talking about games that surprised us, ones that we sort of weren't sure if we were going to like or haven't liked and have revisited and have then ended up liking. So ones that sort of went under the radar. They weren't in our hotness or anticipation or anything, and then all of a sudden you play it, it's like, oh, actually, this is quite good.
Well, they say you never get a second chance at a first impression, but that really wasn't the case with Santorini. Now, we first played this and I didn't get on with it. I never really liked those kind of two-player dueling games. I found them, I never quite knew what I was doing wrong, and I didn't understand how you kept on winning and over and over and over again.
All of the different games.
There was one occasion where you won, I think it was on Itama, 19 times in a row, and I couldn't see what I could do differently to try to win. Anyway, you discovered this in a charity shop for a really great price, really lovely condition, and you just brought it home and said, let's give it another go. And when I played it again, there's a video of this, I actually really enjoyed it, and I was kind of kicking myself for not having enjoyed it to start off with. I kind of evolved and changed, I think, as a player. And there's something so kind of impressive about this on the table, as you see, you know, the different parts of Santorini building up with those iconic blue domes on them, and that kind of clever puzzle it is of using your two workers and constructing those towers but not allowing your opponent to get access to it.
Exactly.
And it has longevity because there's 30 different god powers available in this, and some have kind of got simple rules, some have got more advanced rules, and they change the way you need to approach the kind of core puzzle. Just have to stand at the top of a 3-high tower. And yeah, it's quick to play and it's just impressive on the table, and I think often that's a good way of engaging new players. Just the impressive table presence makes it just enjoyable and engaging to play. So yeah, really pleased I revisited Santorini.
Yeah, and of course there's a new sort of version there with even more to give for this one. But I think sometimes you hit the wrong type of game in the wrong point of your sort of board gaming journey, and what you like strategically at the beginning isn't necessarily what you continue on to love. So it's interesting to revisit ones that we haven't liked and then see if that's changed or not, and if we appreciate them any more or less. I think that's interesting. For me, Stardew Valley, and I didn't think I was going to hate it. I was just kind of a bit, I don't really know anything. I've never played the game.
I was super excited about this. I'd played Stardew Valley on the Switch for hundreds of hours. I finished the game. I didn't realise you could do it that time, but yeah, I played it and played it and played it, and I really wanted to get this. And it's really hard to get hold of to start off with.
Yeah, and it says on the front, you know, a cooperative game of farming and friendship. So, you know, I had that imagination of what that would have been like to play on the Switch, and I was just kind of thinking, well, how's that going to translate into the board game? Is it going to be quite sort of long and drawn out? Am I going to be doing repetitively the same things all over again? I just wasn't anticipating it. Happy to play it, happy to give it a go, but just
what would you be doing to please me?
Nah. You know, I'll give it a try. But actually did really enjoy it when we played it. It was really fun it was quite a lot of tension to get everything together to actually complete the challenges. So you did feel like you were kind of achieving something by managing to do what you needed to do. And, you know, as one person might be trotting off to the mines and trying to focus on trying to do that. And I know one game we decided we weren't going to do a whole section. We'll just leave something out.
We're just not going to fish.
Yeah, not at all. We don't need to fish this game. Let's just not go fishing, which I found quite interesting. You know, have a game that you can sort of leave a whole huge section out and see if you could still get by with that. So a one that I did really enjoy, and I do quite like cooperative games. But I think, I was put aside by, I thought that I'd have to have liked it previously in order to engage with it. I don't think that's the case.
I think what's really great is it does take all of the kind of spirit of the video game and transfer that to a board game while being sympathetic to kind of board game mechanics. It's not betrothal to what was in the video game. It takes the vibe of it all and takes it into a really interesting place for this game that is surprisingly hard and stressful. Bear in mind, the video game is meant to be so relaxing and chilled.
But yeah, that's our surprise hits. What games have you not thought that you were going to like and actually really enjoyed? We would love to hear from you in the comments.
Obviously, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. That really does help us out. And if you're interested in buying board games, maybe Santorini or Stardew Valley, a good place to go is your friendly local game store.
It is indeed. And for us, of course, here in the southeast of England, it's Chaos Cards. And as usual, we do have a discount code in the description for you to use at the checkout to save yourself a few pennies.
But as always, thanks so much for watching.
Bye.